Throwing the damn salad. Drake's had enough now. He just don't know how to say he quit. So maybe he should just not say anything at all. Don't troll. Okay, cool. My Wi-Fi hating like a motherfucker. So y'all think she's just posting his outfit? Okay, okay, all right. So basically, what I'm saying, I'm over here like assuming some shit, but I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching, but basically, the picture that's up, that's Taylor, that's Kendrick's stylist, and typically when they have like an event or something, she'll post the outfits right after. But she waited until early this morning or last night to post this, and the caption is bomb first, which is the title to Tupac's song, a second diss song when he was going at the East Coast. So it was West Coast versus East Coast. And he had that airbrushed underneath the brim of his hat in the snippet of the Not Like Us video. So I'm thinking, is he about to do something? Because one, why would she just randomly post this? Like, granted, she's posting the outfit, but she waited a long time to post it. And then Jay Worthy, no, J3, who's on Kendrick's album cover, he tweeted like a couple days ago to stay prepared or something like that. So what the fuck y'all got going on? Like, let me know, Kendrick. Put the word in. So this was, it says bomb first underneath the brim of his hat. And people were trying to figure out like, okay, what the hell does that say? And people were speculating that that's what it said, and she basically just confirmed it today, that that's what it says. And these are the lyrics: "We bomb first when we ride, please reconsider before you die." He giving you a warning, Drake. You want to keep getting on social media playing? It's always the truth, Drake. Like, there's a meaning in every single thing that he does. And here we are trying to decipher what the fuck he means. So this is, I think, what is this, the chorus to this song? And I've been out of college for a whole 2 years now, but Kendrick got us doing fucking homework, playing Blues Clue and shit. But we be cracking the code though. We be cracking the code. We be cracking the code, don't we? He's telling you, Drake, please consider whatever it is that you want to do because it's up. And I honestly don't think he want to do that. Too damn busy. Too damn busy. And did y'all see what's the dirt got himself in trouble again? Being messy again. They ended up, his page got shut down, but he came back like an hour ago, said no, I deactivated it myself. Like, what's the dirt need to just stick to the script? He trying too hard to appear like he's unbiased. Yeah, that's what they say, but he don't want to be the one to come out and be and ask for it because he wants to be able to, play the victim again and say I wasn't called out this time or anything like that. And although I would like for Kendrick to punch him in the mouth again, I would like him to punch him in the mouth, but only if Drake literally like says something in the song, because then it's like, okay, this ass whooping again was warranted. Exactly. And did y'all see what's the dirt tweet this? He's going out sad. My thing though is like when he covered the Euphoria and when he covered 616 in LA, he did his job, right? But I noticed that when he did his job, when he was telling, speaking of Drake's devious and stuff, he always made it up a point to say that it's all alleged and stuff like that. But now when I look back at it and the way he's been carrying on Twitter, it's like, were you only saying those things because on of the defense of Drake? Because right now it looked like, bro, you like on a smear campaign. Like you're not even being objective at all, even though you keep saying you are. That's not being objective the way you moving. And then this is like the second song he wrongly misinterpreted. First it was loyalty when he mentioned Kendrick was disingenuous in his writing of loyalty, not understanding the loyalty song was about a toxic relationship. And then now you're misinterpreting, what was this? What's this? Mother Worldwide Steppers? Like, yeah, Kendrick said these things in the songs, but it was obvious he was saying those things to justify the shit that he was doing. And him himself called himself out, saying that he was going extreme length to prove to Whitney why he was cheating. So it's like, are you misinterpreting these songs intentionally, or you just don't get it? And then you're using the songs as examples to prove that Kendrick was a cheater. But it's like, we all knew he was a cheater. We all knew he was a cheater. That was the point of the entire album. He's like, Drake didn't lie about everything. If if there's something that you need to prove on Drake's behalf that Kendrick did something wrong, you need to approve. You need to confirm the abuse allegations. You need to confirm that Dave Free is Enoch's father. You don't need to prove the cheating because we already know he was a fucking cheater. Like, we know those things. You don't have to break that down to us. I'm like, this is two strikes already. What's the dirt? Two strikes already. You misinterpreted loyalty. Now you're misinterpreting worldwide steppers. So what is this breakdown gonna truly be? And I agree, because I'm a big supporter of What's the Dirt. And he shared my platform on his YouTube page. And I 100% believe the breakdown that he did of 616 in LA, especially the first six bars, because there's documented proof of that wine cooler and white t-shirt line where the drink spilled on Drake. So that 100% confirmed to me that Kendrick was rapping from Drake's perspective in the first six lines. And he does a great job, but it's like this one's is looking funny in the light. It's like you're going out of your way to find something to make Family Matters up the breakdown of Family Matters be more interesting than what it was, because the lyrics were so surface level. There's not much to break down with Family Matters in comparison to him having to actually do research and break down what Kendrick presented to us. Family Matters, it's plain as day what it is. And that's what people that's what people are saying, especially because recently academics shared him on his platform. So people were like, "Oh, you got the academics cosign, and then all of a sudden you start moving wacky." Something looks a little fishy. Something looks a little fishy. And I would hate for him to ruin the platform that he's built for himself. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I think he was going so hard with the promotion of those two tweets to promote Family Matters, to strike up a little bit of buzz, because compared to Kendrick and all of the research that you had to do with Euphoria and 616 in LA, he doesn't have to put that much time into Family Matters. The only thing that, if he is going to break something down, he needs to break down the simple fact that Drake accused Kendrick of beating the shit out of Whitney, and that Dave Free is Enoch's father. That's what you have to explain to us. You don't got to explain cheating. We know what cheating is. We know exactly what cheating is, my boy. And he's off to the wrong footing, because you are, like I said, you already misinterpreted the song Loyalty, because you assumed loyalty was the basic definition of what loyalty is. That song had a whole different spin on it when it came to loyalty. All you got to do is even watch the damn music video. They were a toxic couple, making the other person do something dangerous just to prove that I love you so much, I'll go to the hell to prove that I love you. That's literally what Whitney and Kendrick's relationship was. So how was he disingenuous in his writing of that song? I would hope that's his angle. 99, I would hope that's his angle, because so far he's misinterpreted two songs himself. That would be hilarious if that's his angle. Yeah, it sounded very different. He even said, do I have the tweet? Because he said before his page was kicked off, he said that his brother called him out on it. I think I got the tweet. I don't know if y'all can see that, but basically the tweet said, he basically said, someone said the difference is he made a 616 in LA breakdown, but here he's personally attacking Kendrick, which he did not do when he was on the 616 in LA breakdown, basically. And he responded, honestly, I had this conversation with my little brother last night, and he was very honest in telling me that he thought my tone sounded off on that Kendrick post. I agree, it should have been worded differently. So even your own family is saying you wildin'. How your own family say you tripping? So something ain't right. This approach for this breakdown has been totally different than what he did for the other ones, and that's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. And my thing is, people are like, "Oh, Kendrick fans got his page deleted," and I'm like, and he ended up coming back and said, "No, I deactivated it." And people are like, "Well, why were Kendrick fans on him?" And I'm like, they weren't on him to disrespect or attack him. They were on him to point out the fact that he misinterpreted lyrics, not once, but twice. And if you can't be corrected, you should not do this at all, especially when you're doing a breakdown and you're pushing the information as correct. You got over 300,000 followers, you get a million views. You can't present the wrong information to people because they're going to run with it. Hey, Victor. Right. I will hope that's not the case. I really would hope that's not the case. He just gotta let his work do the talking for him. Cause I ain't never see him do no promo like this. This different. He called that man a habitual cheater. Say he was very disingenuous in his writing of loyalty. And then he laughed and mocked at Kendrick, saying, I swear, baby, I only fuck those white chicks because I'm racist. I did it for my ancestors. It was all for the culture. Don't you understand? I did this for us, LOL. Like, come on, man. I talk about this in the breakdown because it really supports Drake's Black Messiah. And my thing is that Kendrick himself said this I was going to extreme lengths to back why I was doing some fucked up shit to Whitney, right? But if you look at history, there's a lot of black men out here who has this revenge mindset, especially when it comes to like slavery, oppression, and law enforcement, and white women especially, right? Some of them will see white women as a prize to conquer, as revenge to get back for their ancestors. And you as a white man are laughing at that because you've never experienced that. Emmett Till got killed for just whistling at a white woman because white men felt that black men should never be able to look at a white woman. So yeah, it sounds stupid that Kendrick said it, but there's a lot of people who have that same mindset. And when he said the first time he had sex with a white woman, it was for revenge because the girl's father was a police officer who locked up his uncle. Like, if you're going to quote these things, you have to put the context in it. You can't just tweet something and then laugh and say, like, come on, man, like these experiences aren't real. Is it stupid and morally wrong? Absolutely. But it does exist because those are things that black men experience. So he's teetering a fine line. I want to know what's the dirt. How are you gonna tackle Drake opening up that song with his white Jewish mother and then running off the N-word 80 times in that song? How are you gonna tackle that? What's the dirt? Because you have to remember, not that it's a bad thing, but you are a white man covering the culture. And you can't laugh at stuff like this because it does exist for a lot of black men. He absolutely did because I screenshotted it myself. I Not that I saw India. And then when he was doing the breakdowns, he said allegedly for a lot of things. Hey Halima. So like yeah, of course, mention the cheating stuff, right? You can't not mention it, But making that the focal point of the promotion of your breakdown is kind of wild, especially when Kendrick himself exposed to the world that he did these things. Like, you're not giving us a new nugget. Like, we knew this already. Talk about the other stuff. That's gonna be more exciting. Yeah, and that's the point. That's what a lot of people were saying, King Kel. It's like those things happen five. I think didn't there's like some interview where Kendrick said that he stopped cheating after a certain time period. So you can't tweet these things like he's still doing that today. He did. Me and What's the Dirt follow each other, so I seen it on my damn timeline. They thought that his Twitter got deleted because he was, getting bombed on, but he came back on like an hour ago and he said it was him who deactivated his own page. No one else got it deleted. Yeah, he was getting cooked. And that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. But he's already done that twice so far with loyalty and worldwide steppers. And those are just in the tweets. So that's bad. And that's bad because Kendrick Kendrick fans already low key got PTSD with how the media was trying to how to push this battle, who they were trying to present as the winner before it even got cooked off. Like, before Kendrick responded, they were like, "Oh, it's over. He took too long. He can't call himself the boogeyman no more. Drake won. Drake is cooking. Blah 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 blah. And then when Kendrick dropped Euphoria, they're like, oh, it's a cool song, whatever. Blah blah blah. 616. Oh, I don't like the beat. Oh, Meet the Grams. Oh, he might be lying. He gotta show us some information. And not like us force them to admit Kendrick is beating the shit out of this nigga. So we already see how the media was pushing this. And so for you, what's the dirt to come out with one, the misinterpretation of um loyalty, and then you posting a video saying it's from the DM era when it was from the To Pimp a Butterfly era. That's two strikes right there. And then you post this tweet misinterpreting what he meant on Worldwide Steppers and probably Mother I Sober. He didn't tweet a lyric, but that's another song explaining all of this. You three strikes in already, and you ain't even dropped the video yet. So Kendrick fans are like, no, we not about to let you do this. We already went through it. We went through hell the first 2 weeks waiting for Kendrick to say something from the media. Now you doing this? Oh, we not about to let you do this. So they bombed on him. So they went crazy on him. Very problematic. Cause like even the first tweet, I sent him a message. I said, bro, you might have. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt because the video that he reposted from YouTube was uploaded in 2017. So I'm assuming that's why he thought it was from the DM era. But if he read the description, it would have told him, or if he actually watched the full video, it would have told him the video was filmed in 2015 but re-uploaded in 2017. So I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one, right? And I explained to him like that's not what the lyrics meant. Like you need to listen to the song and watch the video to fully understand. Loyalty song is not the true definition of what loyalty is. It's about a toxic relationship. So I gave him a pass. I'm like, nah, he gonna get this right. But when he let this tweet off, I'm like, yeah, you're wilding. You're wilding. You're doing a little too much to appear objective and unbiased. Right. They surely did. I think there's still some people to this day who are just discovering that song who has a problem with it until you actually break it down to them and explain this is what he felt like at that time. That's not what he feels like today. He learned, if you listen to the projection of the song, it explains how he learned what he was doing and what he was saying was wrong. It's like people hear what they want to hear. I don't know. That's what I said. I said it's not that it's not that deep. You don't gotta do the same. You don't gotta jump through the same hoops and do the same amount of research that you had to do for Euphoria and 616 in LA for Family Matters. You don't have to do that. And then especially too, the simple fact you gotta talk about um Rick Ross, you gotta talk about the weekend, you gotta talk about ASAP Rocky, and then you get to Kendrick and Family Matters. So your promo should include a little bit of everything, not just fucking going on a smear campaign for Kendrick. Like I get he's the focus, but Family Matters was only like 30% Kendrick. We've been talking about what's the dirt and him getting a lot of backlash of how he's been recently um promoing for Family Matters. We also spoke about Kendrick's stylist. I'm gonna circle back to that in a second. I did. I tried to. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm still gonna wait to see, of course, what it is that he does because I feel like he does amazing work. Um, but it's just he's looking very funny in the light, and I don't want to think the worst of him, but he's giving me every reason to think the worst of him. Yeah, that's what I want to know how he's gonna handle it, especially the opening bar. Drake put his Jewish white mama at the beginning of the song, and then you start off with the N word. How are you gonna tackle that? How are you gonna tackle the line rapping like you trying to set the slaves free? That was in Family Matters, right? Rapping like he's trying to set the slaves free. How are you gonna tackle that? Those are the things we want to know. We don't need you to reiterate that Kendrick was a professional cheater. We know how he got down at one point. Him trying to appear objective and unbiased, he's trying to do it so much that he's starting to stretch and reach just to prove it. Because those people, and I think because the people are like, oh, you went hard on Drake in Euphoria. Oh, you went hard on Drake in 616 in LA. You got to keep the same energy. Yeah, he has to keep the same energy, but the energies are not the same. Kendrick cheated on his wife. Those are the accusations that you're pushing in your promo. Whereas Drake's accusations is grooming of little girls. Those are not the same things. Those are not the same things. They're both wrong, but Drake's deviances is way more wrong than Kendrick cheating on fucking Whitney. I'm telling you. Even the guy's brother said, "Yo, you're wilding. You're bugging." He gonna regret that. He's gonna regret that. He is going to regret that. And I wish people stopped saying that. This girl has a black father. Her mother is black and white. So that makes her three-fourths black. Whitney is a light-skinned woman. So is Beyonce white? Because they got the same complexion. They keep calling this girl a white woman. She is not no white woman. Yeah, we know. He's admitted that he's a Drake fan. He's admitted it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like who you like. Like who you like. Where he first fucked up initially when he made that first post was when he said, I'm gonna call me an OV hoe, but I'm not gonna shit on Drake because it's the cool thing to do. No, dirt. There's people like me who've been hating Drake since day one. I'm his biggest hater. Yep, Bella. That's true. Yep. That's why I say he's gonna have to include the talk about Rick Ross. I think he spoke about Rick Ross in that song. He's gonna have to mention the weekend. He's gonna have to mention um ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. Like I hope Dirt talks about why Drake has a problem with ASAP Rocky. We all know the problem that Drake has with ASAP Rocky stems from his baby mama, Drake's baby mama, and how allegedly that child was conceived during the threesome. ASAP Rocky might have been in the room, allegedly. And now ASAP is with the woman Drake actually wanted to start a family with. So I hope he dives into that, since he want to be covering some shit. That's the real tea right there. Why he's so upset with ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky got the woman of Drake's dreams. ASAP Rocky got the woman Drake wanted to start a family with. 99, that's what I'm saying, because there's no reason why he's going this hard to promote Family Matters, because there's not that much to talk about. He didn't have to do this for 616 in LA and in Euphoria. He didn't have to do this at all. So why did you are you changing the formula all of a sudden? Like you you needed to change your promotional tactics all of a sudden? Stop making sense to me. like like someone sat him down at the computer and said, "Okay, type this. Okay, now hit send." Like it's I don't know, it's crazy. Listen, Drake fans are like Trump supporters at this point. They believe any and everything that this man says. Like at least I can respect some Kendrick fans when Kendrick does something wrong, like putting Kodak Black on fucking Mr. Morale. They said something about it, and they told him that they didn't like it, even though they understood why he put him up there, but they just don't get it. Drake fans go with whatever he says. Listen, Raj, I don't know. Dirt might be bad at me if I because I'm doing these videos, but to be honest, I don't care. And I'm gonna do the reaction to his video. I'll probably do it live with y'all so we can all, watch it together. But you got to get these shits right or semi right. You can't just be going left field and misinterpreting the most basic lyrics. Like you can't do that at all. Right. No one's relationship is perfect. No one's relationship is perfect. And then too, keep in mind, they were fucking children, bro. They've been together since they were children. Like, be for real. Two kids from Compton done seen some of the worst shit. Slick Slick Rick dissed them too? Wow. That's crazy if you got Slick Rick at your neck. Listen, I sent my tweet off, let him know. We friends on Twitter. He can jump in my DM if he needs some assistance. Cause I'm gonna need him to get this shit right. I ain't saying for you to modify anything and make Kendrick look like a saint. because he ain't no damn saint. He did a lot of fucked up shit. And granted, you should talk about it. But we can't have you getting lyrics wrong, bro, and then using those lyrics to back your points. Nah, we not going for that. You know what? It's not shocking to me that he wants to, because he's even said, I don't know. I think it's the 100% full beef explained. He said it in that video. He said he couldn't believe the ghostwriter allegations, but when he realized they were true, he was like, that he was upset, and that he felt so good that Drake was vindicated when he dropped back to back. He said that he was so proud of Drake for dropping back to back, because he's a fan of him and he's from Canada. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Like who you like, but when you have a platform like the one you have, and you're supposed to remain neutral when covering especially one of the biggest beefs in history today, you can't get on the internet and be like, "Oh, I'm objective. Oh, I'm unbiased." But then you shoot off tweets like this. Nah, that's not being objective. That's not being unbiased. You're on a fucking smear campaign. That girl is three-fourths black. Exactly. Like, just stop it. Of course. Who's getting lied about today? Are you referring to Beyonce? I don't want to watch no video breakdown giving prop to Bluff. Man, the biggest. If he only talks about Kendrick and no one else, he has to. You cannot talk about the other people that's featured. Then you're not really covering the song. You gotta go from line one to the last line. Yeah, you might be a bigger hater than me, because I don't think I was hating him in 2011. I probably wasn't even paying attention to him in 2011. I think that was around the time he was acting like Ja Rule. I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate everything about you. I hate when you cut your beard and you look like a mole rat. I hate the way you toot your lips. I hate everything about you. I hate your BBL. I hate your fake abs. I hate the way that you say Crody. I hate the way you keep giving that child those fucking cornrows. I hate how you keep hiding that girl in that house. Let her come outside. Be a family. Like we were there for that. Oh, you was dedicated. It's hard to break down. Not that kind of free. I'm talking about my nigga day. Oh my god. Now shake your ass for me. That man is fucking crazy. Like, it's literally nothing to break down. He's gonna have to start breaking down the beat switches. Jason Martin Bullock at work or Family Matter. Kid, I know he had nothing. Yeah. They said Kendrick said, bro, that ain't it. That ain't it. Never. She don't bother nobody. She just do her makeup and take care of her kids. That's it. And I can't believe those people were like, "Oh, she needs to get on the internet and deny the allegations." For what? When has she ever gotten on the internet and did anything to you to speak to you guys? And then she do that and you still call her a liar? Like she don't gotta do nothing but be a wife and take care of her kids. No, he just deleted his deactivated his page and then he came back just a couple minutes ago. To be honest, I just think he's. I mean, it's content. He making money, so and then too, I think it wouldn't be right if he doesn't cover um all of the songs like he did Euphoria and 616. Oh my god, 616 in LA. I thought it's reasonable for him to cover them. I want to know what he gonna do with the Heart Part 6. Yeah, he's more Tanner. Yeah, he said allegedly a lot or allegations. In the videos he always be like allegations, allegations, and I'm like, okay, bro. Yeah, I would have rather him not be on it, but I get it. I get it. Kendrick had a story to tell, and I'm not one for knocking people to tell their story. So yeah, he's not. It's not a good look. Oh man, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. The reaction to it. Why not? Yeah, that's what I. FN, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you harping on shit we already know. Let's talk about him using N word like 50, 11 times in that song. Let's talk about that slavery bar. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that alleged domestic violence. Let's talk about him claiming this woman doesn't know who her child's father is. Those things are more interesting. What's the dirt? If I wanted to know about Kendrick being a cheater, I'd just go put Mr. Morale on and hear him and Whitney talk about it. Because did you forget she narrated damn near 60 to 75% of the song? That's what somebody in the comments said. I didn't see it. People were saying LL Cool J dissed Drake as well, but I saw the interview. He didn't necessarily say a name, but what he was saying was that at a certain age, like when you start rapping about something other than money, like what is your growth as a rapper if you're still rapping about the same shit you were rapping about 10 years ago? Now it could be a shot at Drake, but he didn't necessarily say a name. Right, right. That's it. That's it. We ain't saying coddle Kendrick or not tell the truths of the shit that he did, but bro, you ain't gotta you stretch Armstrong in it right now just to prove that you're objective. Akeem, are you not sure? You asking right? Mm-hmm. And even at the end of Meet the Grams, Kendrick literally said, "Bro, you lied on the only artist that could help you, especially when it comes to having like a sex addiction. Like, nigga, I could have helped you because I've been through it. That's why I'm scolding you the way that I am." Oh, you. To be honest, it ain't mean. It's the truth. That's why I said it's funny that he tweeted this specific tweet that I got on the screen where he said, "I swear, baby, I only fuck those white chicks because I'm racist. I did it for my ancestors. It was all for the culture. Don't you understand? I did this for us, LOL." And then he says, like, "Come on." And then quotes the Black Messiah. And it's just like, what's the dirt? You don't understand it because you're a white man, where there's plenty of black men in this world who low key kind of feel the same way Kendrick felt, even though he knows and he admits, "I was only saying this to justify the bullshit that I was doing." But there's a lot of black men who feel like they want to conquer white women in revenge of racism and slavery because they were told, "You can't even sniff a white woman. You better not even look. You better not whistle at her. If you whistle at her, we'll fucking kill you." So it sounds crazy because it is crazy, but a lot of them have that same mindset. And that comes from slavery, that comes from racism, that comes from oppression. So you as a white man tweeting this and then laughing at it because you don't understand it and you think he's bullshitting, no, he really felt like that. But then he realized as he got over it and faced his demons, like, that's crazy. But it exists, it's truthful. It ain't right, but it's the truth. Right. Hey, girly. Nah, it's been off the charts for like the last 4 weeks, I think. It fell off. I know it fell out of the hundreds. I don't know if it's still in the hundreds to 200s, but it definitely fell off the hundreds. Rayhan, I watched that the first like hour of that. There's a documentary that was made about this whole thing and it's like 3 hours long. I forgot the guy's name. And what tickled me is that he said the start of this, really the change in hip hop started with Kanye West, and then the 50 Cent versus Kanye West chart beef. And that shit like blew my mind because I'm like, I vividly remember that moment where Kanye and 50 Cent were having like a little battle to see who can outsell each other. So it was like the gangsta rapper versus the preppy rapper. And I'm like, this makes sense where the shift in hip hop came from. Because then we ended up getting Drake later on down the road. Yeah, Drake don't get it. Please let that lady outside. She tired of being in that room and painting. Let her outside. Let her outside. Yeah, I think, isn't he supposed to drop something tomorrow?
Yeah, and that's another thing that's so weird. Like, why do you guys want her to be a victim of domestic violence so bad? Like, you're going out of your way to say, no, he beat her, he beat her, he beat her. Like, why do you want that for her? And then there's no proof. Right. Like, they live for social media. They think once something happens, you automatically supposed to run to social media and explain yourself. This lady is not a celebrity. She's not a socialite. She's not a public figure. She's just a woman who just so happened to have been with one of the most famous rappers in the world since she was a child. She don't gotta explain nothing to y'all. Not the entire thing. What is it? Four verses? Wait, Adonis, the mom and Dennis, then the daughter, and then Drake. So all four verses. Oh my god. Like like they were going as far as finding random pictures of Whitney and photoshopping black eyes on her. Like, that's weird, bro. Or just ignore them, to be honest, because Kendrick is your toughest battle. He should have been the only person that you were focusing on. But because you were so insecure and not confident in none of your songs, because remember, you leaked push-ups. I think it was push-ups first. You leaked push-ups, and then Taylor made was some AI bullshit, and then it got taken down. And then you posted Buried Alive, the parody, Buried Alive 2 parody, and then took it down. So Drake wasn't confident in any of the songs that he presented. The only thing that he was confident in was Family Matters, which is why he shot that video for it. He thought that was going to be the end all and be all, and he thought that would give him the win. He had nothing for Kendrick. Nothing. And that shit only lasted 30 minutes. They crazy. Yeah, that was kind of wild. And he, to be honest, he does that a lot. I think there was another video where he paid for something. I think, oh no, I think it was that book, but that's not too bad paying for a book. But yeah, he did pay for their family tree, and I think he said he didn't find anything on Drake's, but he found something on Kendrick's. Right. I knew something was wrong with Drake when he said Enoch and Adonis had the same complexion. That's when I knew something was wrong with him. Cause you might be colorblind if you think your son is the same complexion as Enoch. You are in denial. Facts. Even the babies were thanking him. And my thing is, I would hope that's not the case. I just think he was confused because in the Drake versus Kendrick breakdown, he says Mr. Morale was his favorite album. So I'm like, did you really listen to it? Or you was just talking? Because he said either he said it was his favorite or he said he liked the album. And he said it's because he's a therapy guy. And he was like that a lot of people didn't like it, but I love the album because I'm a therapy guy. So I don't know. Very much so. Yep. I can't tell. Right. Exactly. It's like you can't you can't expose Kendrick more than he's already exposed himself. Like you can't hurt Kendrick more than he's already hurt himself. He's already ripped himself down to stress. Did you hear the motherfucker and how he was sounding in the song You? Like I did my reaction to Pimp a Butterfly the other day. And listening to You, I can just imagine what it was like hearing him record that song. That shit got dark fast. FN, I don't know. They love throwing that word around with Kendrick. Savior and the Black Messiah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, his video. His video. I only watched the first half because that bitch 3 hours long. But it's good. It's good. He's very thorough. I'll probably watch the rest of it tomorrow. Thank you, Bella. Appreciate it. Man, just it's so hard. It's so hard. So hard. Like I wouldn't have been able to be in that room in that studio with him. Yeah, beautiful names. And people keep seeing Uzi and thinking of a gun. No, it's a biblical name. He says it all the time, but they keep ignoring it. They keep ignoring it. Exactly. They keep putting that label on him because that's what they think of him. Thank you, social work chose me. After hearing what's the next plan, I sent my receipts for the noise. Is he nothing? Oh yeah. Right. Yeah, he said he couldn't figure out what the machine was, but a lot of people already figured out what that machine was, as well as the what was it, the KTW? He claimed he couldn't figure it out, but everybody else knew what it was. So it's kind of odd with all the research that he does and all the things he paid for. He couldn't figure the connection to that trafficking ring. I was gonna watch it. I was gonna put it on earlier while I work because I work from home. So I was gonna put it on while I work, but I just got so distracted. 3 days is crazy. What were you doing? Like an hour each day? Interview who? What's being interviewed? What is being interviewed? He interviewed Mal in academics. That's interesting. I'm about to D him and ask him, do he want to interview me? The noise apparently is that that journalist who is in the wheelchair, his breathing machine, because I think he has a life support machine. That's what they alleged it was because he was caught in that hotel that same night with Drake, and something happened where Christopher was kicked out. They think he was actually assaulted by either Drake or someone in Drake's camp, but they apparently got a hold of him before some information was supposed to come out, but it's all alleged. Mhm. Yeah. Did he? But I want to circle back for people who missed it in the beginning. When I first got on here, we were talking about Kendrick's stylist who posted this on her page that said bomb first. And under the brim of his cap is what says the bomb first. From and this is a screenshot from the Not Like Us music video, the intro of the snippet that he gave us that we'll probably never see um or hear, but it says bomb first in the caption, and people are thinking Kendrick might be dropping for a second round with Drake because the bomb first comes from some Tupac lyrics for his second installment of the East Coast West Coast beef. So I was coming up here to see y'all opinion if I'm reaching for the stars or it might be something. She could just be posting, the outfit, but it's like a whole almost a whole month later and you just now posting that. I don't know. And then J3, who's associated with Kendrick, was like basically saying like stay ready, stay prepared. Anything might happen. So I'm like, okay, is he about to do something? Or is he about to do something? And whatever he do, I'm with it. Hmm. Wow, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I want him to drop, but I don't want him to drop first because then it'll be like he's picking on him, you know? But I think Drake is too scared to say something because I feel like Drake wants to be able to redeem himself. He's itching to redeem himself, but he don't want to do it first. He don't want to jump out the window first. Mm-hmm. I would love to see it. I think that Kendrick took 5 years off to his family and mental health and control. I think he's supposed to call them because he knew he was going to take on Drake. I don't think he did it for Drake to expose Drake, but he definitely took that time off to get himself together. Especially because in one of the songs he said he had writer's block, um, and he was going through depression, and then he also had 2 kids in the process. COVID happened, so life was life, and life was life, and plus these people deserve to have a time off. Like they give so much to the world. When do they got time to live their life and start a family, which he did? Hmm. Yeah, he 0 for 7 right now with all these features he's dropping. That would be funny. Hmm. You don't want round two FN? I want him to drop an album, but then again, I don't want him to drop an album. That is true. That is true. Drake did drop last. I think if Kendrick does drop, he drops the Heart Part 6. He reclaims the Heart Part 6. And usually when he drops the Heart series, don't that lead up to an album, right? Yeah, that's killing me cuz they didn't never used to do that. That was never his thing. Like I'm enjoying it, but he never operated this way before. And y'all see how DJ Head, he started to shut up because before he was doing the most, but he started to shut up with the hits and stuff. Come on, Rand. I don't want nothing else like Meet the Grams. He already scared me. I think I've listened to Meet the Grams 4 times total. I will never listen to that song again. It came up on my shuffle the other day. I ran to my phone to change it. Hell no. No, thank you. Yeah. You think so, J Money? You think J Cole set the play? I always think about J Cole getting on that stage saying, "How many people love Kendrick Lamar?" And everybody like, "Woo!" He's like, "As do I." And he might deserve it because why would you play like that, Sean? Why would you play like that? You know, people already gonna assume you mentioning beef. They already gonna assume you referring to me, knowing our history. So yeah, slap him. What's the difference? As in what, Keely? Right. Yeah, Drake definitely set J. Cole up. He definitely set him up. because Drake has been trying to get in good graces with Kendrick for a long time. Like he'll diss Kendrick, and then and then he'll say something nice about Kendrick, and then a month later he'll diss Kendrick again, and then say something nice, or he'll pop up at a concert or something. Kendrick will ignore him, and then he'll diss him again, and then he say something nice. So Kendrick's like, my nigga, like, stand out one square. Like, is it smoke, or do you want to be friends? And if you want to be friends, I still don't fucking like you. I almost told her to be quiet and delete this, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just let her rock. Ain't my business. India. You gotta listen to that when you ready to get in a deviant type of mood. Cause that last verse shake you to the core. Especially how his voice starts to elevate. Like, oh, he means business. And that's, you know what? And that's what's crazy to me because Drake is on some 20v1 shit. But it's like, Yatu was about to tag team Kendrick. Like, y'all were about to tag team him. And Drake was going to lean on that. Oh, Lupe. Lupe need to take his medicine. Yeah, they said Schoolboy Q tapped him on his shoulder and said, sit your ass down. And they was saying, he was saying J. Cole was scared Kendrick was going to show his St. John's highlight tapes of him playing basketball in college. Because I think, wasn't he on like one of those national teams and he only scored like 3 points? iPhone autocorrect is the worst. Yeah. Because he think, oh, after we beef, we going to be friends like how he did with Meek. Meek Mills is slow. Man, they were going to try to tag team him. They were going to try to tag team him. And that's crazy. Oh, for sure. Names was gonna start dropping, and they don't want that. They did not want that. Exactly. Exactly. He's so used to people sucking up to him and thinking, "Oh, I can get something from him if I be nice from him." But Kendrick don't need to. And Drake also hates the fact that Kendrick has always been touted as the one, whereas Drake had to continuously prove himself, and he hates that. It would not shock me at all. It would not shock me. It wouldn't shock me. Yeah, they scared of him. That's the media as well. That's how they were acting in the beginning of all of this. That's exactly how they were acting in the beginning of all of this. Walking on eggshells, tiptoeing around their words that they wanted to use because they didn't want to appear like, oh, if Drake does win this, we don't want to be on the outs because he's the more popular artist. So we want to stay on his good side. So if we need a favor, he'll likely do the favor for us. He'll likely show up to our radio station. He'll likely show up to our event. But they couldn't lie forever. Social media wasn't going to let them. Other rappers are probably either compromise or need the money. Stupid. You can't. The real gonna always prevail. And we cry together is something. And them doing that in like one shot with actual live vocals, no backtracking, it was crazy. Yeah, like he a victim. No fucking victim. Oh my god. Malibu most wanted. And that's exactly what he is. But y'all, I wanted to come up here and share my little theory regarding this picture in the caption. And that Kendrick he might bomb first. I don't know. But if he do, we will be there. We will be there with bells on. But cousins, y'all have a good night. I'll probably go live tomorrow, like actually live and not over this little voice thingy. But y'all take care. Later.